Knowing people does not benefit, but connecting to them does. So you can know somebody, but until you are connected to the person, you are not going to be at the place of advantage. How many of us know Tinimbu? We know him now. If you see him, won't you recognize him? But you are not going to benefit anything from the president directly. Why? Because you are not connected to him. You can agree with me that if your phone is down and you don't connect to it with your charger, your phone is not going to charge. Is that correct? Is that correct? Even if there is light and you socket your charger on the socket and leave it like that until you connect the pin to the phone, there is no charger. You can still connect it and it does not charge because it's not connected properly. Has it ever happened to you that you felt your phone was charging and you slept off? And then in the morning you hurriedly attended to your phone or just to find out that it was off? The kind of sigh that you used to sigh, the land that did me a few days ago, the kind of sigh that I sighed reached hell. Because with all human indication, your phone was what? Charging. Sometimes it might even show you that it was charging, but you did not wait. You know, sometimes you just plug it and it just does, and you felt and then you discharge yourself to sleep, only to find out that your phone also discharged when you discharged. So there are things that you need to understand. Knowing people does not put you at the place of advantage, but connecting to them does. And if you don't have such people in your life, you are going to suffer in this planet Earth, because the earth has it given to the sons of men. I'm sorry to announce to you that there are men that you cannot pray for them to die. You must find a way to manage them. Investing in relationships may look costly. It may even bruise your ego, but it pays at the end of the day. I want to say this again. Investing in relationship may look costly. It might even bruise your ego, but it pays at the end of the day. Every man's need is the point of the contact of the man. When you come in contact with a man and you want to establish a relationship with the man, the point of entrance into the man's life is to meet the man at the point of his need. My boss just returned back. He's a mentor to me. He just returned back to Warri. The moment he came back, anywhere he was going, he wanted me to follow him. We are either praying at somewhere or we are going. So he does the apostolic job and allows me to do the prophetic job. I'm called into the office of the prophet. He's called into the office of the apostolic. So Papa will allow me to do the prophetic while he does the apostolic. And I learned a lot from him this period I spent with him. So when he was going, he said, the prayer he made for me under 5 minutes solved my 2025 issues. So when you get connected to people, you are able to be placed at the place of advantage. Are we learning this evening? So how do you affect a man? When you want to assist a man, you get into the man by understanding the point of his need. What does this man need? When you bring solution, the door of the palace is never closed to a man carrying solution. The door of the palace is never. Few days ago, we released a message, and it was a very notable person in the nation. And he got the message and he called me. Me and he were just both of us. He literally poured his whole life out for me. And we established a relationship. What gained entrance to the person's palace is the point of his need. A prophecy was given. He confirmed the prophet. Confirmed the prophecy. And he asked that I come. And so what brought me into his, I would have never entered into his house for any reason. But what brought you here, that's why the Bible said that the gift of a man does what? Make it way for the man. And I said to him, I need 3 persons to do this job you asked me to do, because it's a lifetime project, his family and himself. So the entrance of a man is based on the need of the man. So if you are trying to build a relationship with someone, you must actually know what is the person's what need. When you solve the need, you get attention. When you solve the need, you get attention. Relationships are investment. Again, worthy of note is that relationship is a strategy. I will tell you a story. A guy was about graduating, fell in love with a girl. True life story. The guy, the father is nobody, just an average man who happens to be wealthy, but is not in the place of strategic placement. The girl, the father is a minister. So they fell in love and they said they were going to marry. When they came, the father looked at it, he said, "This person wants to marry." He said, "Yes, no problem." They called the guy behind the girl's back, gave the guy 10 million, gave the guy a job in NNPC, gave him a duplex in Banana Island, and said, "Bye-bye. If we see you around our daughter again, whatever you say, you take." 2 weeks later, the girl married someone, the son of a senator. Why? Relationship is a strategy. They called the guy, said, "We are not against the love issue, but in this family, we don't marry based on love. We'll marry based on structure, we'll marry based on strategy. So here is 10 million. Here is a job in NNPC. Here is a house in Banana Island. Have a nice day. We see, after this settlement, we see you around our daughter. Whatever you see, you take." The guy walks away. 2 weeks later, marriage happens between the girl and the son of a senator, because relationship is a strategy. Do you know that they use marriages to seal positions in offices? For me to know you will not betray me, bring your daughter, let me bring my son. Let both of us enter into a covenant of relationship. Then I know that as my in-law, you can't betray me. Many marriages in Nigeria is like that, especially at the top. Go and check now. You see that one, that a very poor man's daughter will now go marry a rich man's son, and a very poor man's son will marry a rich man's daughter. It's only happening in your Nollywood. So wake up. There is one of my uncle that I know in Lagos. For over 10 years, he was pointing at the house of a man and said the man is a Gentile. That the riches of the Gentiles will come to the Jews. That the man will die, then he will inherit the man's house. The man is still alive, he's still poor. You will now look at somebody that drove a car and passed. You say that's the riches of the Gentiles, so come to the Jews. Wake up. There are some things that only happen in movie, because relationship is a strategy. They will now see a beggar. They will now say, "He now fell in love." Gate man here in Nigeria. Wake up. They will now come and write for you the billionaire's daughter that fell in love with the gate man's at the first sight. They will kill you and kill your family and close your lineage. What kind of love is that? Relationship is what? A strategy. Now, during wedding, now listen, when you go to rich men's wedding, what used to chop their money is not rice, it's the wine that they buy. And the rich men's wedding is not in church. The reception is the main day. When they come, they will sit and they talk business in weddings. And now sign a contract. Now wedding. Your father is a pine wine tapper. You now say God will locate you and give you a billionaire's daughter. Please, you are in a dream. Wipe your face and say, "Wake up." Because relationships is a strategy. Who is your father? Is a question of relationship. During my internship, it was an oil company because my uncle was one of the board members of the oil company. I walked into the oil company. I was wearing track, just a short, a combat shot with earpiece, blowing in the Holy Ghost. As I came into the interview office, the man said, who is your referee? The moment I said, he said, please sit down. We started gisting. After gisting, they gave me my appointment letter. I walked away. When people say life is not fair, I like to differ, but to say that life is dynamic. The diplomacy of life. Now, when you see the people with red plate number, the green plate number, right? When you go and check what is written in the document of the car, you will understand that life is not just fair, it is dynamic. What do I mean by that? They wrote on that place, this is it. They wrote, allow for easy passage, because they have green plate number. That's why in the night, when you see the security personnel, they are flashing torch first on the plate number. Then if it is red, my friend, park here. If it is green, they just keep on going, they just keep on passing, because they have already been oriented that please, whenever you see the great plate number, allow for easy passage. Do not ask them too many questions. You see on cleanup day, look at the announcement, what it looks like. Please, there will be cleanup from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock for everyone except those on essential duty, those that have power and relationship. If nobody is your uncle and you carry knife and you are dressed with suit and you are going, you will finish that job in cell. But if your father and you know somebody and you are walking, they stop you, you identify yourself properly. They don't rush the carry and throw you inside. They will say, who are you? Where are you going to? Then it is your question. They go off first. My friend, move in here. So when you understand that relationship is a strategy, then there is a necessity to build strategic relationships. You must build strategic relationship. Everything in life multiplies on the basis of relationship. Write that down. Everything in life multiplies on the basis of relationship. Who you know matters. Who knows you does not really matter. But who you know matters. So you must be able to build strategic relationship. Now there are 3 key types of relationships. Are we learning this evening? All right. There are 3 key types of relationships. Number 1 is general relationship. General relationship is the one you see people here, you see people around in church. How are you doing? You just know them. That's a general relationship. There is nothing really connecting both of you. You just know the person as a church member, right? So that's a general relationship. It's not so much strategic, but in this way it can also help. Because it's possible that, when they say in church, greet your neighbor, some people frown. Do you know? They say greet your neighbor, you now frown. You now say like this. And the person that you did like this for with bone, on Monday you wear suit and enter office, and the person is going to interview you. You say, hi, did you remember me on Sunday service? Do you know what that thing means? You've lost the job. You say that hi? Did you remember me on Sunday service? Say, yeah, I remember, you remember. I say, okay. It's just to tell you that I'm the one that's going to interview you. So forget about this job. Look for another one. So when they say greet people in church, it is strategic for you to begin to develop relationships from those places. Are we together? That's why when you are going to wedding, look for the bestest of your bestest clothes and put on. That place they call VIP people. You can get somebody by the corner, let that person serve as PA. Understand? If you get something from the relationship letter, both of you can share it. Be mean and be serious. When you're taking your bag, your post. Sakadekali, go and sit down in the VIP. I don't stand up from that place. So. The moment they say, can you please greet your neighbor? Stand up from that. Your life is at stake. Bro, stand up and be great. Can I have your contact? Oh, wait. You're looking nice. In our contact. Then when you come back home, you start bidding on it. If it is 3,000, pay the guy to follow you at the back because you need a PA. There are places you cannot enter without a PA. You get the point I'm talking about now. So don't say you go to wedding and it is because of shooting case rice. That's why you're going for wedding. And I can give food with black bag tina shooting case. Jollof for gafe give me fiap. Friday gafe give me fiap. Miss Kobo give Abanuru ala half for Tawaga Koge Kulie. Wedding has finished. Build strategic relationships. It's not the way to do things. You see the cake maker, she's bringing the cake inside. Go and help. I was telling people what happened now. An ambassador, I pray for him. The first daughter is doing traditional marriage. The moment I reach village, I apostled them. They were sitting down. Me, I'll come and join them and sit down. People that their life has already finished. Eh? They are not struggling for any. I'm still starting my life journey. Immediately, I look for where pure water is. Are they carrying pure water? Nobody sent me. Are you know what I'm saying? Nobody what? Nobody worry nobody in 2025. I said, they're carrying pure water. The ambassador said, you're carrying pure water, apostle. I said, no, don't worry. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. He said, no, please. I said, me. So, who sabi me? By the time I was done, carrying pure water, carrying drinks, carrying everything, I swept everywhere. The wife saw me, everybody saw me. You know what? Listen. You must strategically build relationships. The who's and the who's were just, he will come again. Now, because he saw me carrying pure water, he wanted to also let people know that he's a father to me, right? So he was also, people were now looking at me like, who is this guy that ambassador is talking to like this? Now, maybe she pure water. Even by the pure water, I will make up the plan to name make you afloat. Stay there now. Destiny is still far. This is not what we are called to do now. No. We've not even entered stage 1. Ministry and money started with MM for some reasons. You don't know before? See ministry. Ministry and what? MM. It means if you don't have this one, you can't do this one. When I finished, I drove the car. I said, is there anything I can do again? He said, okay, we need to. I said, don't worry, I'm waiting for me brooch entrance. Everybody that was crossing was seeing me. Traditional marriage finished. He came and sent a voice note. When I read the voice note, I said, Kai, this thing works. I said, Kai, this thing works. Reception, trust me, reception is starting by 5 o'clock. Meanwhile, we'll have service by here. My guy reception by 3. Boy on the phone. Say, Papa, I am here. They have not started. Is there anything I can? He said, no. I went to drop somebody. I said, okay, I've been here. That's why I'm calling you. Out there. Listen, to be wise, if you go for some wedding, just make sure that the person you came for saw your face. You disappear. They don't know when you come. They don't know when you go. They think that they did what? They saw your face. Immediately I communicated with him. I said, I'm here. They are still decorating and all that. This thing will have to start late. Okay, I'll get back to you, sir. When he called me, I said, I came. I had to leave because we had service by 5. And we have service by 5. But the most important thing that I came where? To the reception ground. Now, after the reception program, he sent me videos this morning, sent me images for the program. I said, we started late. I said, yes, we had to go to church. And we discussed. He said, let's see later. Be there and be saying, no, who cares about you? You have church project. So you strategically do what? Build what? Relationships. You see why January will be difficult for you? That your uncle that would have helped you. When you went, because of the hair that you made that was flaunting, you went to rub shoulders with the wife. The wife when you are traveling to village, you carried your most designing bag. The wife carried 5,010, came out, you carry 25,000 naira, and the wife is looking at you. Some of you girls, you will carry iPhone 15 Pro Max, and you'll now be taking selfie in front of your uncle that you are going to ask to give you school fees of 50,000 in 2 weeks. You see how your life is bending. When you are going, look for Nokia Touch, the one that the screen is almost gone. Put your SIM card there. Stop passing your helpers on the way. You have to be strategic to build relationships. Relationships are built strategic. They are investments. They are investments. I made him to forget he has a car. Anytime the ambassador comes back, I'm the one carrying him. You build strategic relationships so that they can be able to sustain you. Are we teaching good this evening? So general relationship, another one is seasonal relationships. One of the things I said to my brother when he was going to school, he schooled in Babcock University. I said to him, I said, boy, you are not going to school just to read books. You are going to school to build structure. Build a structure that can sustain you for the rest of your life. You are going to a school filled with billionaires and billionaires' children. Make them friends. They don't like to read. They don't like to stress themselves. Use what God has given you, the teaching ability, and build strategic relationships. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years down the lane, those people will be governors. They'll be ambassadors. They'll be. Forget about your senatorial ambition. It will not happen. If you don't have a politician in your family, someone who will swallow that goes in Nigeria, you now say, I'm going to be the governor. Do you know how many children that said I will be the governor of Abia State when they were small? If you go to gate, you will see 50-something of them there now. They are saying that Lagos, Aba, Owerri. They said they will be governors. So build strategic relationships. Don't just go there and start reading. No. If you go there and lose certificate and you came out with relationships, you did not fail. So have that understanding. There are friends you make. Wait. How many of you graduated from Government College Umaya? Any Government College Umaya graduate here? Okay, one. You know they have what they call alumni or something. They have a get together. You are not in your school room. You have signed yourself for poverty. Because when you go to those places, they see you as their child. There is a connection that builds up. Those alumni, go and enter them. If they register with 1 million, go and borrow and register. Enter those alumni. Enter them. They are very important. They have Ibe High School own. Right? Go and register. Be part of what they are doing. Stop going to club and go to alumni meetings. You don't belong to any association. You don't belong to any gathering. Your wedding is your village people that will fool everywhere with rapper. And then they meet. That's all. That's how you ended up doing your wedding and you could not pay cameraman. You're not supposed to get after wedding. Give busy, we are calling. So you build strategic relationship. One of the things I said that must be part of is the AIG community. You see Elon Musk coming. You see Warren Buffett coming. You see Charlie Munger coming when he was alive. You will see majority of them, Bill Gates. They come to the alumni. This is where contacts are exchanged. Listen, 11-digit number from a strategic man is bigger than 10 million in your account. Because whatever, this is it again. I want you to hear this. Whatever money can buy, relationship can also buy. Are you hearing what I'm saying? What money can buy, relationship can even buy cheaper. Get it into your head. What money can buy, relationship can buy more cheaper. The car I have today, I didn't spend one kobo. I didn't even know my birthday someone brought car last year. The house I'm living, 1.5 million. I didn't pay one kobo. Somebody paid for it as a package. I didn't use my 1 naira to buy anything from the house. Someone gave me money. I said, go and buy the things you need. Relationships. What money can buy, relationship can buy much cheaper. But you know your life. That is, you know, they see anybody. I do the things I want to do. The things that's how you are where you are. People who do what they want to do when they want to do it, they have a lineup, and you know the lineup now. And nobody should disturb me. Oh, I like making myself happy. Really? That's how you end up eating apple in the morning, apple in the afternoon, apple at night, middle of the night. You still wake up, you still eat apple. So you build strategic. Seasonal relationships are people you meet in your school. My best friend for 8 years now, I couldn't meet him. We just met a few days online. And he's in UK now, married, doing very well. And we began to talk about the church. These are seasonal relationships. When you get into an organization, shine your eye. That's why when you get to your children, make sure you put them in strategic schools. Every A is not for aeroplane. Put them in school where they meet strategic people, where they teach them tongues. When your child speaks, everybody says, oh, what? It's not when you end up taking your child, they'll say it's maid that brought the child to school. The teachers are not calling you maid. Because they looked at your child, they looked at you, no way. So put yourself in, put your children in strategic relation. That's why you need to work hard to make good money, so that you can put them in a place of advantage. Don't put your child in a school where they say school dismiss away. School is dismissing by 2. By 1:30, students are already going on their way. That's what they call school dismiss away. Don't put your children in schools that they say the school dismiss away. Look for strategic schools and put them where they can mingle with the rich. When I end with the language, I'm coming to that place. They have the language of the palace. Seasonal relationships. There are people, especially for those of you going for NYC, very soon now you go for NYC, some of you. They now say, go and join club. You now went and joined K-Guide. That's the club. You do not see any club in NYC, it's K-Guide. You look for strategic clubs where big men like going to Rotary Club. Those are the clubs to go and join. After saying I shine Moanas as a Karabu, when you come out, you go and I shine in park. So you must be strategic. Relationships are strategically built. You go to NYC, strategically scan. Strategically scan. Look for people that are going somewhere. Make them your friends. Invest in time to help them. Invest in energy to help them. You know what? Whenever their father is in need, they say, Kai, I have a friend. Let me call my friend. And you have been the first person to call. I tell you a story of what happened in Port Harcourt. A boy, he wears suit every morning. He goes to Kilimanjaro in Port Harcourt. He sits down there. His pressing computer did nothing. And he did not know that a Shell woman who is a manager in Shell comes to that place to take an afternoon meal. And every time the boy is with one bottle of water that he drinks all through the day. Now they have a problem in Shell, downsizing, and they needed a hire. The woman came to the boy and said, I don't know the big job they are doing. You're always there working. The boy smiled. And he got that job by a sheer diligence. The last time Sometime I entered flight. That was the last time I said I would never enter a bus again. I would never. I'm going to Lagos. I'm going to Abuja. Anywhere I'm going to, and there is any flight, I'm not entering bus. I will not. I entered the flight, and it was a first class flight. The interaction I had in that flight for 45 minutes, I told myself, this is the last time I will ever enter bus. If I don't have money for flight, I'm not going. If the program I'm going for, they cannot send money for flight, call it pride, call it whatever. There are people you will never see in the bus. Never, you can never do that. You can't. Can you ever meet the governor inside the bus going to Lagos? Can you meet a minister inside bus? You can't meet those people. Me, I took it as a decision. I said, I can never again. The place I'm targeting now is first class. If it's not first class, I'm not entering. Let them pay for first class. There is a reason they call them first class. There is a reason. When you are building strategic relationships, you build it well. A former governor of Imo State, we got into the flight. I won't tell you the rest. It's just that I don't want to be rich by all means. We've met people. We have. So you must build strategic relationships. If you must enter a bus, don't enter Kalelu. Ejabode and Lagos is not the same thing. Did you hear what I said? Ejabode, Shagamu and Lagos is not the same thing. So you must build. And the last is destiny relationships. Oh my God, time is fast spent. Destiny relationships. These destiny relationships, I call them burden bearers, destiny collectors, men of influence, divine connectors. They are people that in your lifetime, they're always there. If you don't have somebody right here and now that you can pick up your phone and call, and the person can send 100,000 naira to you now, you're on time bomb. If in your life you check it now, you don't have somebody that you can call now and say, I need 100,000, and the person, you're already on time bomb. Signature of poverty. So you must build destiny relationships. Invest in people. There are people that are climbing up. I always tell people it is wisdom to identify with the growing Jesus. Are you with me? It's wisdom to identify with what? All right. So when they gave birth to Jesus, it's wisdom to identify with him when he's growing. Because eventually you know he's going to the palace. And when you go to the palace, you'll be among the decision makers. Elon Musk is at the center of Donald Trump's cabinet because he gave his time, resources, and energy to make him win. Risk everything. The president of America and the vice president fought him tooth and nail. He withstood and resisted every effort. Now, he's at the center of decision making. Nobody can tell him to take back seat. It's not possible. There are people that do you know that staying is an investment? Staying with someone is an investment. When the person is on the growth paradigm, staying with the person is an investment of credibility. Because in life, before you get to where you are going to, somebody must endorse you. And the day they will endorse you, they will endorse you in your absence. People will call me on the phone and say, someone told me this, someone told me that the prophetic message, you pray today, God answers you tomorrow. But they said you don't go for programs. I say, yes, so it's true. I don't go for programs. Credibility. Someone from US gave me lots of money for it. Do you know what it means that people in US sent money to you and say prepare for their mother's burial? 28 million spent from one purse. Nobody came back to say, how did you spend this money? Nobody said, do I account? When they asked me to carry something to somewhere, I took it to that place. The man was doing somehow. They said, we know this person is very careful. Can people invest their credibility on you? Can people endorse you and say, I trust this person? If he says he will do it, he will do it. Is that kind of relationship that you need in your life? These are destiny investment relationships. A very senior top official in university, the woman was trying to get me for over 6 months. She could not. The husband came to him and said, is this the only pastor we have in Nigeria? Look at credibility investment. She said, I know this one, that whenever he prays, God answers him. And truly, when I came and prayed, the 2 children that were struggling, PM, UK, 2 of them are doing them. 1 has finished now, the masters in UK. Can people invest their credibility on you? Can they endorse you? No matter the circumstance, you stay. Staying is an investment. Against all odds, you say, no, I will remain. It's an investment. Are we learning? Are we learning? Just borrow me just 10 more minutes and we're out. Let me rush. The law of protocol of relationships is number 1, language. The law of the protocol of relationship. You must understand that every place you get into, they have a language. They'll have that they speak there. The people I live with, and even the new ones that join me, they know you don't shout at in my house. You don't stay in one room and call someone, hey, Buga! You don't do that. You know you don't drop wraps of stuffs anyhow. You know I can't see one single fly in the house. If I see it, everybody in the house is a problem. One fly, one. But to you, you see that the cover of your soup. Now then get up. If I see one fly in my house, everybody will call it, in the know we'll call a meeting in the morning. And we'll ask how the fly entered into the house. For 3 years and now in my room, I've only seen mosquito twice. With my eyes, twice. And the room has to be turned upside down. So there is a language to speak. They know in my house, you don't come to my house and you're knocking like this. It's a lie. I will come out from the house and bounce you out. You are looking for somebody, you get to the gate, you call. You call and they don't pick, it means you are not wanted, you are not expected. And if you are coming to my house, a message must be sent to me. Papa, are you expecting this person? I will either say yes or no. If not, that gate, you are there on your own. You open the gate and I'm not expecting anybody. I don't like surprises in my house. So you have a language. Every palace has a language. So for you to keep relationships, you must understand the language of the palace. You must understand the power of words. You must understand how to talk. You must understand how to present your matters. You can present a good matter in an evil way to the wrong statement. Every matter becomes wrong. So how you talk matters. Communication matters. Very important. In fact, you need to go to a school where they will teach you. Come and register under me. I will teach you how to use words. Because until you gain mastery with words, you are never going to live a strategic life. Because for every time you open your mouth, you're under judgment, whether you like it or not. The power of oratory, very important. You get into the office, your boss that is about to write your promotion letter, you say, Oga, have fun now. Your Oga that is about to write your promotion, you say, Oga, have fun now. Oga never come on hand, you don't come on hand, no. My G. Now Oga, they call your G. Oga, no Oga, your G. You see how your life is going to bend? You come out for your gas, so got up knocker. This our generation, wahala deo. Your senior is sitting down. You can already and she said, "How are you doing?" Your senior. May God give you understanding. You have to learn the language of the palace. How to talk. Let me give you one of the strategies. If you are communicating to a senior person, don't use abbreviations, especially people that chat. You want to say, "How are you?" You write H and W, then you write AR, and then you write U for your boss in the office. You will stay in one level 24 years. Then you want to say thanks. And another annoying thing that people do, you are talking to a senior person and you will use voice note. Hi. How about what? Voice note to communicate a message. Because your hand is for Yahoo. So learn the language of the palace. Listen, if you bring out my chat, my friends can tell you it is me, it is not me. I have two very close friends. If you bring out a message, bring it from anywhere, present it to them. When they look at it, they can tell you it is me or it's not me. Someone was saying, "You chatted me with your WhatsApp and you insulted me, blah, 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 blah." I said, "Can you read the statement of that chat?" The person read it. I said, "This statement cannot come from me." He said, "Even if I'm drunk, I can't use this word." And it has gotten to my subconscious that there are words you can't find me use. No, it's difficult. I can't. So you learn the language of the palace. Another one is you learn how to behave in a place. Someone saw you on the road and said, "Kai, this girl is very nice and she's beautiful." The person enters church, didn't know you are coming to church. As you're entering church, you quiet everywhere. Time you are bubbling gum. The guy looks at you. I told one girl, I said, "No reasonable man will ever approach you." He said, "You're cursing me." I said, "It's not curse." He said, the way you talk, the way you act, no reasonable man will. Have you ever wanted to ask somebody out? For the guys now, the person was very beautiful on the phone. You now drove and you now came close and you now saw this and that. You now decided to change. You now say, "Hi, how are you? I just wanted to greet you." There was one girl like that. Someone was, eagerly expecting to marry the person. For the person to go and buy fuel. She does POS, very pretty. When that girl opened her mouth to talk, hell was made loose and heaven was bound. So attitude is very important. As a female, that is a word that should never be far from you is "I'm sorry." It should never be far from you. I am sorry. When I was learning how to drive, I was trying to revise and then nothing happened to the car. So the guy did not see when I was turning. The guy hit. I didn't know they were plenty in the car as boys. The moment I came out, the first thing I said is what? "I'm sorry." I saw 5 hefty men coming out from the car. I said, "Look at how crayfish for don't bend today. I am sorry liberated you." You are driving, security personnel stop you. You wind the glass and say, "Hey, okay, waiting be that." You will show driver's license. You will show fire extinguisher. You will show first aid that day. And what be that you don't have any of them. But they say park where you park. Good day, sir. How is the job going? There was one that stopped me. By the time we say, "You're too nice." But immediately they stop you, you frown your face for them. They already on that sun, they are angry. With the whole heat on them, they are suffering. Their life is under pressure. Probably the salary they paid them was not enough. With all those suffering, they are still protecting you. And then you open your mouth and say, hey, why they stop me? That's how you left that place with bandage. So you must learn how to act. Then I've talked about the power of endorsement. I'm just skipping a lot of things. Now I want to say this to you. If you must build relationship, you must learn adaptation. Adaptation is the proof of honor. Adaptation is a proof of what? Of honor. When you learn to adapt to situation. For example, I had programs I was supposed to do. My boss came back from Warri. The whole program was shattered. I closed calendar. In the morning, I take my bath and I wait for him. Where are you? I say, sir, I'm here, sir. Come out, let's go out. I'll just park my car, we'll drive off. And I was asking questions. The few 5 days I spent with him, I got solutions to ministry. I got solutions personally. I got solutions spiritually. My ministry this year will be the easiest ministry I've ever run because I stayed with him for 5 days, asking him different questions. This is a man that has been in ministry for over 35 years. And so the wisdom he's giving you is raw wisdom. That's why this slogan this year is very important. Nobody worry nobody. The one you want to do, do. The one you don't want to do. So you must have that sensitivity. Another one is that be sensitive to the company that you are around. If you enter inside a place now, be sensitive to know the company that you are around. It's not you make noise from outside. That's how you enter into it. You are bounced out of that relationship. Yeah, you have to be very sensitive to the questions and the people around you. Take notes. When you get into a place, be sensitive. You look around. That's why one of the easiest way to start up a conversation, you have to know, be moderate in all things. Know about sports. Know about, it's not politics or WhatsApp. Know about politics. Know about entertainment. Know about fashion. Read about a lot of things and have it. So that in case you meet someone, you can always start up a reasonable conversation. Because you can only get people through wisdom and knowledge. So you must be moderate in all things. The Bible says he that strives for mastery must be moderate in all things. So you must be moderate. Read. Youth, read. People of God, read. Believers, read. Very important. When you know more and little about everything, it gives you the opportunity to start up meaningful conversation. I went to a radio station. I just went to preach. And then the MD, when we got on talking, he said, come on, let's go to the news production center. He took me to the news production center and they were about to talk on politics. And we decided to start about it. When I started giving them points, that was how I was signed. The Oga Bata from Abuja said, tell him, go and put for him free satellite in his house. That's how they discounted about 200,000 naira from me from the production I want to do. And they said, sir, please, this year, can we work more together? Can you come live on stage? People might not really like the word prophet. But I said, what is prophet doing in my name? On the name Madeko. Just bring me on the television and then we'll talk. They've been calling me. They've been fixing appointments. After my fasting, I get to see my television. Be moderate. Learn things. Learn things. That's why church here is good. They move you from one department, you learn. They move you from another one, you learn. They move you from here, you learn. So it's very important to do that. All right, lastly now, before we close, I want us to look at just a scripture because of our time. Note this: every new relationship starts with excitement and uncertainty. Every new relationship starts with what? Excitement and what? Uncertainty. So when you meet someone, you just met someone, within 2 weeks, the person knows about your father, knows about your mother, knows your family, knows everything about you. So in my family, we are 5, 2 boys, 3 girls. Do you know my father and my mother had problems? They used to fight at night. They start fighting in the middle of the nobody asked you nothing. You just be running your mouth. And you have forgotten that a friend today can be an enemy tomorrow. You don't give out every information. Hoard information. Don't be quick to release information to people. I like you, me, I like you too. You open your mouth and you pour everything. I told someone, I said, if you must be great in life, there are secrets that you go to your grave with. Not even your wife will know it. Not even your husband will know it. There are secrets that you go to your grave with. That's what makes you a great man. Jesus Christ stayed with the prostitute and adulterous woman. They were sitting on the well for 6 hours. The Bible didn't tell us their discussion, what they were talking about. You think Jesus was talking about salvation only for 6 hours? 6 hours. The Bible didn't reveal to us what our Lord Jesus discussed with that woman. They were sitting on the well. Don't let people know your strength. I always tell anybody, I said, do you know why I'm not scared to lose anybody in my life? You don't know where it is. And I cannot tell you where it is. You must try people. I don't know. You must try people. You must try people. This is what I do. What is the standard for calling somebody your friend? Give the person an information and make sure it's only that person that you give that information. Hear it somewhere else. That's not the person to trust. It is a padlock. You know what? I learned these things in difficult ways. Someone you are calling your friend, you told the person, fabricate something that is not realistic. Tell it to the person. Know that it is only this person you told this information to. The moment you hear it outside, forget about it. Don't go further again. Don't go further. That's the end of that relationship. There's no two ways about it. The person cannot be trusted. That's why I don't have a friend today. I am my friend. Because there are people you tell sensitive matters, very sensitive. They will not go and tell somebody, don't tell anybody. He said I should not tell anybody. Then that person will carry that information. Don't tell anybody. The person that told me said I should not tell anybody. That's 3 persons now. Another person will carry it to another person and say, please, this is a very secretive something. We already 3 that had it. Don't tell anybody. Then another person will carry it. Why I'm saying it is because it somehow, if I don't say it, but make sure you don't tell anybody. It's a secret too. It's a secret too. Hanky is white. I told you that this hanky is yellow. And I know how I made it yellow. And then I hear it that this hanky is yellow. Everybody knows that the hanky is what? White. How did this person know it was yellow? Because I told you. That's the end of the relationship. You must try people. Before you call someone your friend, you must vet the information. You must vet the quality of the person to handle information. You must vet the quality of the person. Believers, hear this. That you met somebody in church does not make the person Jesus. Devil, come to church. Haba. Vet the person. The Bible said that God will not build with a stone that he has not tried. Before you trust somebody, try them. Try them. If someone gives me a secret and that secret is leaked, I don't recover from it for years. Because I will always ask myself, we should have done better. There are things I would have said, but let me leave it. Listen, be very brutal when it comes to information. Because you can never know what people will do under pressure. You can never know what people can do to get back at you. You can never tell what people will do just to make sure they paint you black and they become white. You can never tell what people will do on the evil days. Keep some information to yourself. Stand on your feet, we are going to pray. I hope you learned this evening. Eh?